ADINKRA Sports Update. ADINKRA Sports Update. Enyode. Boom, Adjei. Tell a friend we are both soaring. The best sports show is about to roll. We are airborne. Airborne on ADINKRA Radio NY on Facebook, ADINKRA TV NY on YouTube. NNM has taken over the wheel, bring you nothing but the best of sports. Today is Champions League Day. It started yesterday. Antonio Conte has taken over Tottenham Hotspur. Are we going to see a new Tottenham Hotspur? Moravo? We are warming up. Call a friend to call a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the best sports show is airborne. Bringing you nothing but the best of sports, the best of sports, the best of sports. Lewandowski is on fire. 81 goals in 100 games of Champions League. Bayern Munich and Juve have made it to the next stage of the Champions League competition. Chelsea went all the way to Malmo to beat them by a lone goal. It was a classic encounter between Atalanta and Manchester United. Yet again, the GOAT saved Ole again. Cristiano Ronaldo. Both goals scored at the dying ends of both halves of the game. Warming up. ADINKRA Sports Update. ADINKRA Sports Update on ADINKRA Multimedia. The GPL continues over this weekend. Kumasi Asante got to play their first game at the Barbera Sports Stadium for a very long time. This is is a homecoming. This is a homecoming match. A game between the first and the second. Bechem FC. Bechem United, actually, they are on top of the league. Followed by Kumasi Asante Kodoko. Let's see how it ends. We are warming up. ADINKRA Sports Update. NNM has taken over the wheel. La 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 la. We are warming up. The Champions League games are ongoing. We'll be giving you updates as and when and where it's necessary. Like we always do, bringing you nothing but the best. Our motivational message will be coming very soon. After the headlines, both scenes, local and international, and after we go into the nitty-gritty, we are coming, yeah. ADINKRA Sports Update. No challenger. We have no challenger. We have no challenger. This is the best sports show. We are still warming up. We are still warming up. We are still warming up on ADINKRA Multimedia. And the name has taken over. We have made the best of selections for you today. Koti power, Koti power. ADINKRA Sports Update. Just enjoy this, just enjoy this, just enjoy this. Morale, morale, morale. Just enjoy this, man. We are here for you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We are about to fly. Nina Maxwell has taken over the wheel. The Abu Abu extension boy has taken over the wheel. We'll never forget our roots, bro. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Start sharing, start sharing, start sharing, start sharing, start sharing. La kubela. The best sports show in the building. We are airborne, we are airborne, we are airborne, we are airborne, we are airborne. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Your most innovative, educative, and entertaining sports show is here. We are about to serve. We are about to serve. We are about to serve. Just enjoy this. Just enjoy this. This reminds me of the moral days. The moral days back on campus. Back on Kuhi's campus. Back on the Toronto desert. Once a cohesion, always an abrupt here. We are here to serve. We are here to serve. Very soon, we will be airborne. Already we are airborne. Welcome, 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 lovely people out there. It's yet another day, another edition of ADINKRA Sports Update. It's on your way. Like we always do, we bring you nothing but the best. We have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sport news for you. Already this is the Champions League week. Wonderful, wonderful games of football yesterday. We saw Bayern Munich scoring 5-2. We saw Chelsea going all the way to Malmo to win by a lone goal. We saw that wonderful, wonderful encounter between Atalanta and Manchester United. Yet again, the GOAT was on the score sheet. Today we shall bring you news from the world of tennis. The world of tennis, the Rolex Paris Masters is ongoing. We are now in the round of 32, the round 32, round 32, round 32. Very soon we'll be moving into the round of 16. But in the round 32, some matches have been played already, some games have been played already, and we shall be bringing you the scores, those who have made it to the next stage as the game progresses. And again, we shall go into the world of boxing. And we have a wonderful, wonderful boxing bout at the weekend come Saturday at Las Vegas. Sin City is about to host the biggest boxing star in all of boxing this weekend. Sin City in Vegas is about to host the biggest star in all of boxing this weekend. So we have a news for you over there. Canelo Alvarez, the unified super middleweight champion, is about to do it again. He's about to do again. He's about to go down. This time around, he's doing it against the IBF champion, Caleb Plant. We'll be bringing you news. We'll be bringing you the details in this. So this Saturday at Las Vegas, Sin City. It's going to be hot. It's really gonna be hot. And then after boxing, we go into our local scene. The GPL continues this weekend. Coach Milovan Railback about to make his squad for the World Cup qualifier against Ethiopia and South Africa respectively, and we shall go into that as well. And now GFA has also brought something new. They said know your scorers. So we shall know who scored in which players scored in the games that are being played. The first round of matches have been played, and then the scorers list is out, and then we will know our players. I think it's a step in a good direction, because most of the time we don't know our players. We don't know who scores. We don't know what's transpired. We don't know our goal scorer in the league, unless maybe it becomes very obvious. But now I think they have started, and we are about to see the players who will be banging in the goal. So if you see your name in the I think in the media, in the papers, you know, it's a bit of motivation. So you want to do more. At least you see yourself coming into the limelight. So it's a step in a good direction, and we shall go to that. And then after, we bring you the fixtures of the games that will be coming over the weekend, and then we go into the nitty gritty. We go into the nitty gritty. All right. So I'm about to give you the motivational message of the day, and after the motivational message, then as we always do. All right, the motivational message of the day. Today I bring to you your motivational message. Maximize your potential. Maximize your potential. Maximize your potential. The good book said, whatever your hand finds doing, do it with all your might, with all your body, with all your soul. Because in the grave where you are going, you will never meet such opportunities. Over there, you are no more living. Wherever you find yourself, whatever it is that you are doing, yes, it might not be what you perceived yourself being, but whatever it is that you are doing, even as you face reality, are you giving your best? Are you touching lives? Are you touching humanity with that opportunity life has given you? Yes, it might not be what you desired, but this is the reality. This is where you are. Have you taken it up upon yourself to maximize the reality you have found yourself in? What does it mean to maximize your potential? What does it mean to maximize your potential? Maximizing your potential means subjecting yourself to learning and training about that thing you have found yourself doing. So Aristotle said, happiness is not God sent, but comes as a result of virtue and some process of learning and training. Happiness is not God sent, but comes as a result of virtue and some process of learning and training. Whatever it is that you have found yourself doing, you must learn about it. You know, or most of the time we keep doing the same thing over and over again, even as things change. So people lose their jobs, companies collapse because they have not been following the current trend. Mechanics lose their jobs because they keep working on the old cars. So they have no clue, no idea about the new cars that are coming into the system. So you got to up your game, my brother. You got to up your game, my sister. If you are a hairstylist, it is about time you know the current trends. Learn about your job. Maximize your potential. Set a standard for yourself and make yourself unique in the game. Be yourself. Make sure you challenge the best version of yourself. You are not in competition with nobody, yet you are at the quest of touching lives. So Aristotle also said that the highest good of everything is achieved when it can fulfill its role. The highest good of everything is achieved when it can fulfill its role. A knife becomes a knife or achieves its highest good if it can cut through meat or bread. A car achieves its highest goal if it can move from one destination to the other without any accident. So a doctor can reach his highest goal if he is able to heal. A teacher is able to reach the highest potential or the highest good if he's able to teach students, help students pass their exams, and then help them assimilate whatever he teaches them into their life principles. That is very, very important. Yes, you can pass exams, but if you don't walk or move with what you have been taught, it means you have been taught nothing. That is very important. So whatever it is that we are doing, it is about time we learn about it so that we can make maximum impact in society. It is about time we learned about whatever it is that we are doing so we can make maximize impact in society. Let's challenge the best version of ourselves. Let's affect society with whatever it is that we are doing. Like I said, it might not be what you perceived, but reality is what we face. You might want to be a doctor, but now you are a nurse. Are you going to be a nurse? Are you going to serve as a nurse anyhow because you wanted to be a doctor? This is who you are now. So you got to give your all. Learn everything about the nursing to affect lives. That is what is important. You know, we can never underestimate how important we are, no matter where we find ourselves. There are some things you think they are not important, but they are very, very important. And no matter who you are, you should never underestimate your importance in the life of humanity. Whether a sweeper, whether a cleaner, whether a driver, whether a nurse, whether a lawyer, whoever you are, you have a role to play in the community. Everybody has his own niche. Wherever it is that you find yourself, you maximize that potential and you affect lives. Let's subject ourselves to training. Let's learn from people who have knowledge about what we are doing. And let's add it up to what we are. We are not in competition with nobody whatsoever. But we are trying to bring out the better and the best version of ourselves. It is about time we maximized our potentials. It is about time we affect, impact, and impart society with our potentials. There is no you again. Nobody can be you. So use your you to affect your society. Use your you to brighten the corner you find yourself. Use your you to let people always give God the glory. Yes, you see Cristiano Ronaldo play at the highest level. Yes, he's affecting society. We see him. We enjoy. You see Lionel Messi. You see all those wonderful footballers still learning day in, day out, trying to bring something new. Technology going, day in, day out. Those technologies, you don't see them, but they always try to bring something new to affect our lives. What is it that you are doing today? What is it that your hands have found doing? Are we doing it lackadaisically? Or it is about time we learned to affect society with it? If you got to be truthful or faithful, you got to be faithful. If you got to be hardworking, you got to be hardworking. If it is about lateness, you got to change. If it is about punctuality, you got to change. If it is about regularity, you got to change. You got to do something to affect your society. As simple as that. Let's always learn to bring out the best and the better version of ourselves so people will see and we will be happy. Because there lies happiness. Until humanity is touched, we can never be happy. Well, that is it for our motivational message for today. Maximizing our potential, maximizing our God-given potential. Some people will be wondering if they really have something in them to maximize. Yes, everybody has everybody has something. Everybody has something. No matter who you are, you have something. You have something. Look deep inside yourself. Look deep into yourself, and you see that thing that even if it is your work, you got to improve upon it. Affect those around you. Affect if it is your relationship got to improve upon it. Affect those around you. That is where the happiness is. That is where the joy is. That is where the peace is. You cannot find it anywhere. You cannot buy it. Not even pleasure. Pleasure cannot bring you happiness. No, but happiness is found in these things. In these things, when you maximize your potential and you affect lives. Well, so that is it for our motivational message. God, now we are zooming into the day's business. We are zooming into the day's business, bro. We are zooming into the day's business. All right. So now I bring you the headlines. And after the headlines, we go into the nitty-gritty. And then we discuss. Alright, so at the local scene, we have Coach Milo to name Black Star squad for FIFA World Cup qualification against Ethiopia and South Africa on Thursday, November 4th, 2021. And then GFA has introduced know your scorers. So you will go into that, and then over the weekend, the last Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think the GPL kick started, and then some wonderful good games were witnessed, and then we saw some wonderful goals from some brilliant performance, and we want to know who they really are. So we shall go into it, and then we shall bring to you the fixtures of the GPL. The second round of matches is out, and then we shall see who faces who. And then NSA, the National Sports Authority, to keep stadia immediately after games. All right, and then into the international front, we have Antonio Conte appointed as new Tottenham Hotspur coach. And then today will be a proper fight. Two sides will play emotionally, but we must win to achieve our dreams. Jurgen Klopp. Today, I think it's ongoing. Liverpool playing against Atletico Madrid. Those of you who are not privy to the television set or the channels to watching this game, we shall be bringing you updates as the scores unfold. We shall be bringing you updates of the games. So Atletico Madrid will go to Anfield to play against Liverpool in the return encounter of the Champions League group games. In the group stage games, so we shall see what happens. So, and then we have Ronaldo, it's like Michael Jordan. They never give up, they never give in, they only keep on going. Ole, you can say that because he saved you a job. He saved you a job, so you can say that. That's Ole. So Ole is, likening Ronaldo to Michael Jordan, because he believes they demonstrate or exude the same spirit, the same character. They never give up. They know anything is possible. So you got to give your all. Never say die until the bones are rotten. That's the spirit. All right, and then the next headline, they go out with the second half performance against City. If they go out with the second half performance against City, they are dead. It's going to be 3 or 4 goals. Rio Ferdinand. So we shall go deep into this. And then 81 Champions League goals in 100 games Robert Lewandowski. And Dybala overtook Platini in Champions League goals and dedicated goal to Platini. So that's the headlines. But before that, we go into the nitty-gritty. I bring you the results from the Rolex Paris Masters from the world of tennis. Round 32. Yesterday some games were played. Today some games were played. So I'll bring you the results of the results we have collated so far, and I think we shall bring the rest in our subsequent show. So yesterday we had Casper Ruud played against Alexander Bublik. And it was 6-4, 6-0 in favor of Casper Ruud. So Casper Ruud made it to the round of 16 of the competition. We had Francis Tiafoe against Marcus Giron. And it was 7-6, 4-6, 3-6 in favor of Marcus Giron. So Marcus Giron has made it to the next stage of the competition. And then we had Novak Djokovic, the world number one in the world of tennis. He played against Martin Fucsovic, and then it ended 6-4, 4-6, 6-3. So Novak Djokovic also made it to the next stage of the competition. And we had Hugo Gaston play today against Pablo Carreño Busta, and it was 6-7, 6-4, and 7-5 in favor of Hugo Gaston. And then we had Lorenzo Musetti played against James Duckworth, and it ended 3-6, 6-3, 3-6 in favor of James Duckworth. So James Duckworth made it to the next stage of the competition. And we had Felix Auger played against Dominic Cooper. And it was 3-6, 5-7 in favor of Dominic Cooper. So the Rolex Paris Masters is still ongoing. Round of 32. Very soon we'll move into the round of 16. And after round of 16 we go into the quarterfinals. And then into the semifinals. And then the finals. Then we know who wins the Rolex Paris Masters. And now into the world of boxing. It's about to go down. Ladies and gentlemen. Sin City to host the biggest star in all of boxing this weekend at Las Vegas. The MGM Grand Garden Arena at Las Vegas is going to host this bout, this long-awaited bout between Santos Saul Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Santos Saul Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. So I'm trying to get you the picture of these wonderful boxers. And after we go into the nitty-gritty. You know, Canelo Alvarez is a unified middleweight champion. He's a unified middleweight champion. He holds the WBC, that is World Boxing Council title. He holds the WBO, which is the World Boxing Organization title. He also holds the WBA, which is the World Boxing Association title. He is a unified middleweight champion. So in his quest to be undisputed, he needs to get the IBF title. But unfortunately, he has to beat Caleb Plant to get that. Already Caleb Plant has successfully defended this title on 3 occasions. So if Canelo Alvarez wants to be an undisputed fighter holding all the titles in the world of boxing, he needs to beat Caleb Plant this Saturday. Santos Saul Canelo Alvarez is on your screen. Santos Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's him on your screen. He holds the WBA World Boxing Association. He also holds the WBO World Boxing Organization, and he also holds the WBC World Boxing Council title. He's a unified middleweight champion. He's so good. Canelo Alvarez is so good. He's so good. Canelo Alvarez is so good. So these are the titles. You see the titles. He holds 3 titles. Three titles. Canelo Alvarez. There they are. Three titles. WBO, WBC, and WBA. WBO, WBC, and WBA. The Mexican Saul Canelo Alvarez. Oh my God. Now he wants to be undisputed. He wants to get all the titles. So earlier in September, there were negotiations for this bout to come on between him and then Caleb Plant. But I think the negotiations didn't end well. So finally, they have reached a consensus. And the 2 boxers have decided to give it their all. It's about to go down, baby. It's about to go down. It's between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant on your screens. That's Caleb Plant, my ladies and gentlemen. Caleb Plant. He is the IBF holder, International Boxing Federation title. He holds it. The International Boxing Federation title. He holds it. So he comes against Santos Saul Canelo Alvarez, who holds the WBO, WBC, and then WBA. So it's about to go down. The undisputed fight is about to go down. Who wins this battle? Sin City about to hold the biggest star in all of boxing this weekend. The biggest star. Is it going to be Caleb Plant to win the WBO, WBC, and WBA in addition to his IBF title? Or is it going to be Canelo Alvarez to be undisputed. So ladies and gentlemen, come Saturday which is November 6th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, these boxers are going to face each other. It's about to go down. It's short time, baby. It's short time. This Saturday, don't miss out because you can catch this one live on Showtime PPV pay-per-view. You can catch it live on Showtime PPV this Saturday in Las Vegas in the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas. MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas. The bout between the unified middleweight champion Santos Saul Canelo Alvarez and the IBF champion Caleb Plant. These are very good boxers. These are really good boxers. You cannot miss this. You cannot miss this bout. They cannot miss this bout. The bout of the undisputed You cannot miss this bout. You cannot. Yes, you cannot. You cannot miss this bout. You can't miss this bout. Come Saturday. You can't miss this bout. You can't miss this bout. You can't. You can't. You can't. So make a date. Make a date. Make a date. Come Saturday at Las Vegas, Sin City, MGM Grand Garden Arena. And I know it's gonna be in the, I think, at night. Yeah, it's gonna be at night. So it's showtime, 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 showtime. Get ready for the bout. Get ready, and you can watch it on Showtime, live on Showtime, pay-per-view, 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 pay-per-view. All right, so that's it from the world of boxing. So make a date, make a date, make a date. Watch Santos Saul, Canelo Alvarez, and Caleb Plant. All right, so now let's go into the nitty gritty. If you just joined us, you're watching Sports Update on ADINKRA Multimedia. On ADINKRA Radio NY, you're watching us on Facebook on ADINKRA Radio NY, and you're watching us on YouTube on ADINKRA TV NY. Please keep sharing, keep liking, tell a friend to tell a friend that the show has begun. NNM has taken over. All right, on the local scenes, Coach Milo to name Black Star squad for FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Ethiopia and South Africa respectively. So after this week, there's going to be an international break again, and this time it's going to be for the FIFA World Cup qualifier matches. Okay, so Ghana is on the quest of qualifying to the World Cup Qatar 2022. So we have 2 matches to proceed to the next stage of the qualifiers. Very, very important. Already, we are trailing behind South Africa by 1 point. And we have 2 matches, one against Ethiopia and the other one against South Africa themselves. And they'll be coming to Ghana to play that match. Information reaching us says that Ethiopia will not be able to play the game in Ethiopia, and so CAF has opted South Africa as a venue for the game. I think it's a good one. Well, this is no man's land for Ghana. It's a no man's land. It's neither Ethiopia's home nor Ghana's home. So it's going to be a fair game. It's no man's land. So I think I overheard South Africa, the coach of South Africa, not really satisfied with the situation. But well, what can you do? This is what CAF says. So you have to go with it, my brother. You have to go with it. Sometimes it doesn't go for you. We don't really care what you say. We are so focused on our game. Yeah, I think that is what we are supposed to do, and I think that is what Milo is doing so far. Yeah, he shouldn't pay attention to those mind games. No. When they come to Ghana, now that the Kumasi Sports Stadium, the Babayara Sports Stadium is finally open, we hope that will be the venue for the South Africa game. Yes, we hope that's going to be the venue for the South Africa game, because that is where our heart is. That is where our heart is as Ghanaians. As far as these World Cup qualifications are concerned, that is where our heart is. All right, so Coach Milo will hold a press conference on Thursday, November 4th, 2021, to tell the media about his squad with regards to the impending game between Ethiopia and South Africa, respectively. So all media are cordially invited. All media are cordially invited, and it's going to be held at the GFA conference room. So come Thursday, we are all waiting for the list, but I don't think it's going to be anything. There's going to be so much surprises, because, well, the squad we had earlier, they are all performing, but maybe there might be the inclusion of some new names. Already we know we have issues about Salisu, who is playing for Southampton. We don't know if finally he will come and then play for us. Well, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So we are still waiting for the list. Comes Thursday, he will give us the squad, and then we shall deliberate equally about the squad. I've already given my view on that. He is the workman, and he knows the materials for the job. So for me, I have already given my view. I know definitely people want to make comments, one or two, but I already given my view on call-ups. I have nothing with call-ups. You are working, and if you think this is good for you, at the end of the day, your head is going to be on the chopping board. So I have nothing whatsoever with call-ups. Well, so we are still waiting. We'll be waiting. All right, and now, know your goal scorers. Know your goal scorers. Know your goal scorers. Even before the know your goal scorers, the fixtures for next week's encounter in the GPL is out. The fixtures for next week encounter in the GPL is out. So at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, it's going to be between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Bechem United. It's going to be between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Bechem United. Yeah. And you know, it's going to be like a homecoming for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, because Kumasi Asante Kotoko have been away for a very long time. And finally, the Kumasi Sports Stadium is open. Kumasi King Faisal were the first to play on the stadium, and they registered a win against Wafa. The final goal by Zubairu. Final in the dying ends of the game by Zubairu. The dying ends of the game by Zubairu. So now Kumasi Asante Kotoko is playing the home game over there, and then we hope Kumasi Asante Kotoko win the games. So it's going to be Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus Bechem United, and then we have Accra Great Olympics versus Accra Lions. We have Midiama SC versus BBN Gold Stars. Yeah, Midiama is time. It's time for Midiama to redeem themselves. It's time for Midiama to redeem themselves. Very, very important. Coach Ignatius Osai Fosu. It's time for you to redeem yourself. Yeah, it's time for you to redeem yourself. This one, there are no two ways about that. Well, there were speculations that they were vaccinated, and then, well, they felt weak along the line as they play. Those were the speculations. They felt weak because they were vaccinated. Those were the speculations. Well, how do we justify that? If you have lost, you have lost. All right. So Midiama SC versus Bebiani Gold Stars, Ashanti Gold FC versus Karela FC. We're going to have Elmina Shark versus Dreams FC. Dreams FC, that is where that wonder kid is. Fatau Ishaku. That Black Stars material. That wonderful goal by Fatau Ishaku. And then Adriana Stars versus King Faisal in Doma. Legon City versus RTU in Accra. And we have Brekum Chelsea versus 11 Wonders. And we have Wafa in Sogakope against Accra Hearts of Oak. So in Kumasi, it's going to be the clash of between the first and the second on the league table. Bechem United and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They are both goal scoring team. Free goal scoring team. Yeah. Bechem United scored 4 in their first game, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko scored 3 in their first game. So I think it's going to be a free-flowing game. We're really going to enjoy the game. We want to see more goals in the game, and it's going to be a game of tactics, a very, very good game of tactics. And it is a homecoming for the Porcupine Warriors. It's a homecoming for the Porcupine Warriors. We just can't wait for this event. We just can't wait for this event. All right, now know your scorers. This is a new initiative by the GFA. So after every game or every week's games, after every round of games in the week, the scorers list will come out for us to know who they really are. All right, so Michelle Sapon of Elmina Sharks is the first player to score in the 2021-2022 season. Michelle Sapon of Elmina Sharks is the first player to score in the 2021-2022 season. In that game against Accra Lions. Last Friday, October 29th. So Michelle Sapon is the first player to score in the 2021-2022 league season. Emmanuel Avonyo of Bechem United is the first player to score a brace in the 2021-2022 season. Emmanuel Avonyo of Bechem United. Remember, they thrashed Mediama SC by 4 goals to nil. All right, so in the game between Accra Lions and then Elmina Sharks, like I said, Michelle Sapon was the first to score, and then we have Raouf Salifu equalized for Accra Lions. Raouf Salifu. And then the game between Dreams FC and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Abdul Fattah Ishaku was the first player to score in that game, and then the comeback. Salifu Mudasiru, Isaac Opon with that stunner, and Richmond Lamte. Salifu Mudasiru, Isaac Opon, and Richmond Lamte were the scorers for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Accra House of Folk and Legon City was ended goalless, and the RTU and Accra Great Olympics was 1-1. David Abagna scored for RTU, and Raymond Crickman scored for Accra Great Olympics. And then we have the game between Bechem United FC and Mediama SC. Emmanuel Avonyo scored a brace. We have Francis Trini and Augustine Okra. Emmanuel Avonyo brace, Francis Trini and Augustine Okra. And we have the game between Bibiani Gold Stars and Brekum Chelsea. The goal was scored by Kingsford Boafo. He scored for Bibiani Gold Stars. Kingsford Boafo. And then the game between Kim Faisal and Wafa, in the dying ends of the game, Zubairu Ibrahim scored that goal for Kim Faisal. The only goal of the game for Kim Faisal. And then we had the game between Karela United and Ediana FC, which ended 1-1. Abdulaziz Dogo for Karela FC and Emmanuel Jemfi, the former Kumasi Asante Kotoko forward, Emmanuel Jemfi scoring for Ediana FC. And now we had the game between 11 Wonders FC and Ashanti Gold. Eric Esso scored for Ashanti Gold. So these were your scorers in the first round of matches in the GPL. These were your scorers in the first round of matches. These were your scorers in the Ghana Premier League. And then the next one we have NSA, National Sports Authority, to keep stadium immediately after games. All right, so must they come and then tell us this? Are we supposed to even hear this from them? Must you tell us you should maintain your stadia to keep it in good shape for continuity? Must you tell us? Do we care to know? Yes, we care to know because we pay. Every team pays. Every team pays. Every team pays. The NSA has a quota in every game that is being played on the stadia. So it is your responsibility to keep these stadia in good shape. So if you tell us this time around you're going to make sure you maintain the stadia on time, you keep them on no, we don't want to hear that because it is your responsibility. Maximize your potential, up your games. If you know you cannot do it alone, seek help. There are so many cleaning agencies around. Seek their help. You pay them and let them clean. It happens everywhere. Immediately after games, you see workers on the grounds, sweeping, cleaning, wiping, just to make sure they keep the place in good shape. As simple as that. So we have to make sure we do the right thing. We don't want the stadium to be in a deplorable state. And then you finally tell us we are closing down the stadium to do innovation works. No. Or renovation works. No. It doesn't happen nowhere. We keep the stadium as we move. So let's make sure we do the right thing. The NSA, National Sports Authority, Professor Chumesi, and your people. We want to have a very good league. We don't want any team to go through the stress they went through last season. Kumasi Asante Kotoko leaving the shores of Kumasi to different regions just to play games. No. Kumasi King Faisal too. No. Accra House of Folk going to Cape Coast. Accra Great Olympics. No. Keep the stadia. Keep them in good shape. Assign to whom you want to assign and then supervise. Make sure we get good returns from the stadium. Maintenance culture is very prime, very critical, very critical. We have to work with maintenance culture. It happens everywhere, every jurisdiction, every region, everywhere. That is what is happening. So you telling us you are going to maintain the stadium immediately after games? Come on. Are we supposed to hear this? Are we supposed to hear this? For crying out loud, are we supposed to hear this? Must you tell us this? It is your job. This is what you have been appointed or hired to do. So up your game. We want to have our stadia open day in, day out. We want you to maintain our stadia. Use the revenue for the right cause. As simple as that. That is what we want. If it is the pitches, let's make sure we give the quality. We sell a quality football outside. Let's sell quality football outside. If the pitches are good, we will sell, and the stadia are good, we sell quality football because we have talent. We have talent. So if you solicit or you will seek the help of some cleaners outside, that's good. It's a step in a good direction. Make sure the stadia are kept for the public, because that is where we also release our stress. You know, if the stadia is closed down, do you know how much of economic revenue is lost? You know, those coming to sell at the stadia, those, you know, so many economic revenue is lost. If games are not being played at the stadium, sellers, even patronizers, even, doctors, because Red Cross Society, everybody comes in, nurses, we lose a lot. We don't want to lose anything. We want the economy to keep moving. Keep our stadia. Keep our stadia. As simple as that. As simple as that. All right. So it's a step in the right direction if you have decided to if you have said you want to keep our stadia, which of course it's your duty. We don't really need to know that because you got to do it to make sure you maintain it. We don't really want to know that, but if you have said it, make sure you do due diligence to that. Make sure you do due diligence to that. So that's it for the local scenes. We shall moving into the international front, and then we shall be bringing you updates of the games of the Champions League that are going on. We shall bring you updates of the games of the Champions. So yesterday, Group E, F, G, H of the Champions League played their games, and in Group E, we saw Bayern Munich in action against Benfica. Robert Lewandowski with that hat-trick. Robert Lewandowski scoring a hat-trick, and currently is the leading goal scorer in the competition. 8 goals in 4 games. And then we saw Barcelona beating Dynamo Kyiv by a lone goal. You know, those of you who thought Barcelona could not make it or cannot make it to the next stage of the competition, I think you should have a second thought of that, because currently Barcelona is on the second position on the table. Barcelona is second on the table in Group E. And then we had a game between Atalanta and Manchester United. It was 2-2. Duvan Zapata. It was the game of Duvan Zapata and Cristiano Ronaldo. Class is permanent. He never gives up. Until the final whistle is rung. He never gives up. That is Cristiano Ronaldo for you. All right, and then we had a game between Villarreal and Young Boys. It was 2-0 in favor of Villarreal. Wolfsburg beating Salzburg by 2-1. Sevilla lost at home to Lille. And then we had Malmo lost at home to Lille by 1-2. Malmo FF lost at home to Chelsea by 1 goal. And then Juventus thrashing Zenit St. Petersburg by 4-2. That was what happened yesterday. So if you look at Group E, in Group E, we have Bayern Munich on top. They have already made it to the next stage of the competition with 12 points. FC Barcelona amazingly has come back with 6 points on second position. And then we have Benfica with 4 points. And then we have Dynamo Kyiv with 1 point. That is the Group E. And now let's go to Group F, where Manchester United, Atalanta, Young Boys and Villarreal are doing the do. So in Group F, Manchester United tops the group with 7 points, followed by Villarreal with 7 points. Atalanta third with 5 points, and Young Boys carry the group with 3 points. That is Group F. And now we go to Group G. Sevilla, Lille, Wolfsburg, and Salzburg. So Salzburg lead the group with 7 points. And then we have Lille second with 5 points. Wolfsburg with 5 points. And Sevilla amazingly carries the group with 3 points. So in this group, if you are asked to even tip those who make it to the next stage of the competition, you will definitely choose Sevilla. But currently, they are lying at the bottom of the table. All right. And now Group H. Group H. In Group H, where we have Juventus, Chelsea, Zenit St. Petersburg, and then St. Petersburg and Malmo FF. Juventus has already qualified to the next stage of the competition. And then we have Chelsea. So they are on top with 12 points. Chelsea follows closely with 9 points. And then we have Zenit St. Petersburg with 3 points. And Malmo FF at the whooping side of the table with 0 points minus 12 goals. 0 points minus 12 goals. So today, games are ongoing today. We'll be bringing you the updates of the games already. Manchester City are leading Club Brugge by a lone goal, by 2-1 in the Group A. By 2-1, and then RB Leipzig are so far trailing by 1-2 against PSG in that same group. And then in Group B, we have AC Milan already played at home against FC Porto. They drew 1-1. So already Milan is out of the competition. Milan is out. I don't think they will even make it to the Europa Cup. And then Liverpool currently are leading Atletico Madrid by 2-0. It's on this. We are now on the 68th minute. 2 goals. They are leading Atletico Madrid by 2-0. Goal scored by Diogo Jota and Sadio Mane. Both goals assisted by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And earlier today, Real Madrid beat Shakhtar Donetsk by 2-1. Real Madrid beat Shakhtar Donetsk by 2-1. And who else? The new boy on form. Vinicius Junior. Assisting Karim Benzema with the brace. So Karim Benzema scored a brace in this game, and both goals being assisted by Vinicius Junior. And Sheriff, who were pulling some wonderful strings in the Group D, are now trailing at home by 2-0 to Inter Milan. They are trailing by 2-0 to Inter Milan. And we are now in the 73rd minute. So currently on the table, Inter Milan have made it to the second position on the table. So we shall be bringing you updates as and when the results unfold. So this is what is happening. Today is Champions League day. So it's all about the game of Champions League. There is another update. Manchester City have added another goal. So it's 3-1 against Club Brugge. 3-1 against Club Brugge. All right. So now let's go into the nitty-gritty of the international front. Antonio Conte appointed as new Tottenham coach. Antonio Conte appointed as new Tottenham coach. You know, well, I don't know. Well, everybody thought Antonio Conte will be going to United. And he has eyed this United job for a very long time. But amazingly, after Nuno Espirito Santo was sacked the game he played against Manchester United last Sunday, they casted the die and it rested on Antonio Conte. You know, earlier he was the one they wanted to go in for, but because of the strings of attachment with Inter Milan, he wanted to have some days off. So they couldn't get him, and they appointed Nuno Espirito Santo, whom they shouldn't have appointed in the first place, because you could clearly see the team was bigger than Nuno. Clearly see that Nuno could not control these players. It's clear. You could clearly see that he had no control over the team. As simple as that. So finally, already Antonio Conte was once at Juventus with Paratici, and now Paratici is with Tottenham Hotspur. So I think he has been the one pushing the deal. He was the one pushing the deal. So finally, after pushing through, Antonio Conte accepted the offer after he has eyed the Manchester United job for a very long time. It's clear United is not ready, or United are not ready to sack Ole. So if this job has come with equally good and some world-class players, he has to embrace it. And guess what? He did. Antonio Conte did. But what we are saying is that Tottenham Hotspur, fans of Tottenham Hotspur are saying they're expecting some, beautiful games of football, some, beautiful flag game. No, but Antonio Conte doesn't give you that. He doesn't give you that. Antonio Conte operates on the counter attack. That's Antonio Conte. He operates on the counter attack. He doesn't give you that. But what Antonio Conte promises you is trophies. Tottenham has gone without trophies for a very long time. The last time everybody thought Tottenham is going to get a trophy was when they got to the league finals of the League Cup, and then unfortunately sacked Jose Mourinho before the finals. Because I believe if Jose was at the helm of affairs on the finals, definitely Tottenham could have won the game against Manchester City. So now they have gone in for Antonio Conte. And we know who Antonio Conte is. I believe Daniel Levy had done his checks. Or maybe there's going to be a new Daniel Levy this time around. Because the current trend or the current game of football is all about money. If you don't have money, you can't compete. It's all about money, and it's all about making the right choices. As simple as that. So maybe we are going to see a different Daniel Levy who is ready to spend. Because Antonio Conte, if you do not spend, all hell will break loose. If you tell you, I want this player, and you don't give him that player, forget it. The next thing Antonio Conte will be telling you, anytime he had the chance to speak to the media, will be, we should get prepared to suffer. We should prepare to suffer. We should prepare to suffer because it's going to be difficult. We should prepare to suffer. That's it. Because you have not given him what he wanted, he will tell you should prepare to suffer. So if you suffer, then he goes with the counter attack. He gets fine. If he doesn't get it, fine. So if you look at his first time at Chelsea, he got the squad. Finally, he started with the back four, and then finally he steadied the squad. He played to their strength by introducing the back three system, and then after the back three, Chelsea started going. And they became so dangerous, so good to the system that it is so difficult to play against them. Because back at Juventus, Antonio Conte was known for the back three system. Even though his thesis was on the back four, but he developed so much love for the back three system because it gives you a lot of options. So back at Juve, he played with the back three and always with a register. So he loved the 3-5-2 formation. So in Juve, you will see Pirlo as the register who starts the transition. And you see Arturo Vidal who is doing the deep line playmaker work. And you see Paul Pogba as they have a term for that one. who links the midfield to the attack. That is what you see Paul Pogba. So Paul Pogba always links the midfield to the attack. Then up front, you see Carlos Tevez and the likes have scored up front, banging in the goals at Juve. The Mazzella. So you see Pogba as acting as the Mazzella, linking the midfield to the attack. That was what he was doing. All right. So now, what people are saying, what people are expecting, are waiting to see from Conte is how he will set the Tottenham team up. How is he going to set up the team? Because clearly you can see that these players have lost some confidence, especially the great Harry Kane. Yeah, we know, Conte uses a lot of psychology in his work. I'm very, very sure he's going to revive Harry Kane. And now that the players of Tottenham have seen a world-class coach, I know they are ready to go with him. But I want Tottenham Hotspur players to know that Antonio Conte does not go with names. He goes with work ethics. If you are not able to prove you will be part of the team, then forget it. He will not play you. That is Antonio Conte for you. So you must be able to work 120% to make Antonio Conte's team, because Antonio Conte plays with loads and loads of intensity. You must be ready to die for his team. He's a passionate coach and expects to infuse that passion into all of his players. So he buys into your mind and you get so passionate and you maximize your effort to meet his standard. As simple as that. So he does not entertain mediocrity. No. That is Antonio Conte. He does not entertain mediocrity. So Tottenham is going to be wild after the appointment of, naturally when a new coach comes in, players are filled with adrenaline to show off, But even aside that, Antonio Conte is going to get the best out of this team, because Tottenham has a very, very good squad. Tottenham has a very, very good squad. You have a player in the shape of Matt Doherty, who is not a bad player. Tanganga, Emerson Royal. You have Lucas Moura. You have Eric Dyer, Christian Romero, who was the best defender in the Serie A last season. Davison Sanchez. You have Ben Davies. You have Sergio Reguilon. You have Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. You have Ndombele. You have Lo Celso Dele Alli, Harry Winks, Harry Kane, Song, Lucas Moura. It's not a bad team. Hugo Lloris at post. It's not a bad team at all. So today, we're going to discuss how likely this man at the helm of affairs at Tottenham will set up his team. They're going to discuss how he's going to set up his team. So already, we know that Antonio Conte, who is the new manager of Tottenham Hotspur, and wherever he goes, using the 3-back, who is the lover of the 3-back system, definitely going to go with the 3-back system. And this time around, and considering how critical the issue is, he would want to go for the 3-5-2 formation, because Antonio Conte has always loved to play with a register, as he did in the case of Marcelo Brozovic at Inter, Andre Pirlo at Juventus. People will even make a case that when he came to Chelsea, he played a 3-4-3. There was no register. But Nemanja Matic was acting as a register. He was acting as a register. And then he was using Eden Hazard, who was playing at the wing, as a Mazela. So he was cutting in. I will show the picture and then you understand what I really mean. So now, Antonio Conte, this is well, a suggested Antonio Conte formation. This is how he's going to set up his team. So this is what NNM, this is what I think. So let's go to the board. On the board, Antonio Conte loves to play with three center backs. And then three center backs. If you look at Tottenham Hotspur currently, the center backs we have Eric Dyer, Cristiano Romero, Jefferson Sanchez, and they can even play Tanganga at the center back, and he can also play Ben Davies at center back. So if you are playing 3-5-2 like this, Cristiano Romero has always thrived with the 3-back system, even coming from the Serie A. He has always thrived with the 3-back system, either from the right or left or even at the center. But you want to use him at the center in the like he used Milan Skriniar at Inter. So Cristiano Romero sometimes can move forward into spaces to start transition. He can move into spaces to start transition, leaving these two center backs to cover up. He's very versatile and he can pass the ball so well. That is Cristiano Romero. So you can start here, put Cristiano Romero. I'm sure he will put Cristiano Romero in the heart of the defense, or maybe at the right side of the defense, or maybe at the left. But I think he will prefer placing him in the heart of defense. And maybe you play Eric Dyer on the right side of the three. Eric Dyer at the right side of the three, because, well, some will prefer Eric Dyer at the heart because of his height. But you know, playing the 3 system is not all about height. It's about somebody who can read the game and read very well, playing at the heart of the defense. Okay, so if you put Cristiano Romero here, you can put Eric Dyer here, and at the left side you can decide to play Jefferson Sanchez. Jefferson Sanchez can play that. So you have Cristiano Romero, Jefferson Sanchez, and then Eric Dyer. Cristiano Romero, Jefferson Sanchez, and Eric Dyer. This is how Antonio Conte is going to set his team. And then already you have Hugo Lloris at post. Alright, so now at midfield, Antonio Conte has always preferred a register. When we see a register, someone who passes so well, who links the defense to the midfield, and who is able to shield the midfield at the same time. Okay, as in the case of Andrei Pirlo at Juventus, and then Marcelo Brozovic at Inter Milan. So if you look at what we have, the midfielders at Tottenham Hotspur, you can make mention of Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, Tanga Ndombele. You have Lo Celso, and you have Dele Alli, Harry Winks, and then Harry Winks. But if you look at somebody who can do this register work, I prefer Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg because he's a very good passer of the game, and he makes it very simple, and he can really shield. He can shield the back three very well. So in case Cristiano Romero want to move into space, Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg can easily step in. He can easily step in to put them in good shape, even as Romero surges forward. So that is it. It's very clear. Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg will do this job. Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. Well, in situations where Højbjerg is injured, like he is now, you know, he can play Tanga Ndombele. Ndombele is also very good. He's box to box though, but he has this quality. He can pass the ball. He can shield very well. Yeah, he can shield the back three. But in ideal situation, I believe this is going to be Højbjerg. This is going to be Højbjerg. And then at the right of the midfield will be Tanguy Ndombele to be a deep line playmaker. Tanguy Ndombele will be a deep line playmaker because he's box to box. And he brings lots and lots of balance to the midfield. Lots and lots of balance to the midfield. And I believe Antonio Conte must do a lot to the fit, to bring Ndombele to fitness. The problem about Ndombele is that he gets tired so easily. But I know what Antonio Conte can do. He can bring the best out of this guy. This guy is so good. Antonio Conte can bring the best out of him. So we have Cristiano Romero, Eric Dyer, Jefferson Sanchez. We have Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. And then over here, you have Tanguy Ndombele. And now he needs a Mazela. Mazela is somebody who connects the midfield or who links the midfield to the attack. Mazela is someone who links the midfield to the attack. That's one who gives those defense splitting passes to the attackers to do the do. Okay? So if you look at those days at Juventus, he had Paul Pogba doing that work for him. And then he had Arturo Vidal doing the Tanguy Ndombele work, the box to box. The box to box. You have Arturo Vidal doing that. And then, so at Tottenham, looking at the material Tottenham Hotspur have, they have Lo Celso, they have Dele Alli, and then they have Harry Winks. So I would go with Lo Celso. I will go with Lo Celso. But if Dele Alli is on form, well, if Dele Alli. But I'll always go with Lo Celso. So it's going to be Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, Tanguy Ndombele, Lo Celso here. Now, the wing backs. The left wing back ideally will be Sergio Reguilón. Reguilón will take the left wing back. But the right wing back, Antonio Conte will have lots and lots of options. So the left wing back, if not Sergio Reguilón, he can use Ben Davies to do that work. Ben Davies is also good. He can also do that work very well. But the right wing is where he has lots of options at the right wing. He can use Matt Doherty, who is also very good surgeon forward. He's very good surgeon forward. Very good surgeon forward. And you can also use Tanganga. Tanganga is also good. Tanganga gives you defensive balance. Attacking wise, Tanganga is a bit limited, but if he is defending, he's so solid. So solid. So you have Tanganga there. And then he can also use Lucas Moura to do that work. You know, Lucas Moura is so direct, so pacey, so direct and pacey. So like he used Victor Moses at Chelsea. Victor Moses was a forward, but he converted him to a wing back and he was doing exploit. So I think Lucas Moura will be the best fit around here. The best fit around here. So it's going to be lot of competition between Lucas Moura, Doherty, Tanganga, and then Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal can also fit here. Emerson Royal. So depending on the dynamics, Antonio Conte will choose who will play that spot. Antonio Conte will choose who will play that spot. All right. So, and then right after that, of course, you have Harry Kane and Son Heung-min. Of course, Harry Kane and Son Heung-min will be up there. But what everybody is saying is that, is Antonio Conte going to get the best out of Harry Kane? Because his confidence has dwindled. Like, it has gone down. That's the problem with Harry Kane. Like, he's off. Harry Kane is off. Harry Kane is off. Hurricane is off. Hurricane is off. That is the problem. So, well, this is a new manager. We know what Antonio Conte can do. He's a top class, he's a world-class coach. And I believe he will be able to bring the best out of Hurricane. So he can get the best pair as he did between Lukaku and then Lautaro Martinez. So but you know, Hurricane is not like Lukaku. You know, Lukaku is a proper center forward. But Hurricane has flair and he scores goals. So let's see how he links him up with Son Heung-min. But I think this is going to be a very serious team to contend with. So at post you have Hugo Lloris, you have Cristiano Romero, you have Jefferson Sanchez, you have Eric Dyer, you have Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, Tanguy Ndombele, you have Lo Celso, Giovanni Lo Celso, you have Sergio Reguilon, Lucas Moura, and then you have Harry Kane and Son Heung-min. And then some people also say when in his time at Chelsea, he played 3-4-3. 3-4-3, who was acting as the Mazzella. Eden Hazard was playing up front in the 3-4-3, and he plays the free role. Even though he plays up front, he comes into the midfield, gets the ball from the midfielders, and then links the play to the strikers. That is Pedro and then Diego Costa. So most of the time you see Pedro at wings, but Pedro was doing most of the scoring than playing the game. So you see Pedro running into space, but Eden Hazard was playing the free role. So he was acting as the Mazzella, and Nemanja Matic was acting as the register, and then covering Marcos Alonso at the same time. Then you have N'Golo Kante, who is covering Victor Moses, and then doing the deep lying playmaking role at the same time. So that was what Antonio Conte did. So, but Antonio Conte has always wanted a register. So I think it's going to be Højbjerg here. You see Ndombele, and then we see Giovanni Lo Celso, Sergio Reguilon, Lucas Moura, Harry Kane, and Son Heung-min. What a formation. I beg your pardon. What a formation is going to be. And I know Antonio Conte, and I know these players know Antonio Conte. He plays with lots and lots of intensity. So if you come and you don't give your best, you will never make Antonio Conte's team. You will never make his team. So I believe these players, are going to play their hearts out for this man. Because with this squad I have given you, this squad is going to be very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous squad. This squad is very, very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. So you have these people at the helm of affairs playing. So we will still be bringing you updates of the games that are being played. And then we will tell you what is going on. So this is Antonio Conte. Borussia Dortmund is trailing at home to Ajax Amsterdam by 3 goals to 1. 3 goals to 1. So Borussia Dortmund with all the stars, Erling Braut Haaland. I've told people that this season Ajax Amsterdam is a team to watch. We have to take close look at Ajax Amsterdam. It's a team to watch. Ajax Amsterdam is a team to watch this season. So we have to take a very close look at Ajax. You have to take a very, very close look at Ajax Amsterdam. Very, very close look at Ajax Amsterdam. Ajax is doing very, very well. Very, very well. Very, very well. All right, so if you're still watching, this is Sports Update on ADINKRA Multimedia. And then we have some, we have some messages here. Yeah, keep the messages coming. I'll read the messages for you. And I will be bringing you the updates as and when it is needed. So we have PZ Delo. I know PZ Delo is those pieces. He says, man, you rock. And then we have Ernest Frimpong says, watching you live from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm feeling the Jama fabulous. Adjei. That I'm feeling the Jama fabulous. Adjei. And we have Akosa Hosby Simon. He said, I'm watching you live from Mampong Ashanti, Ghana. Let me greet Bronx residing Sapon from Ruth Bonsu family. You guys are marvelous. Promoting Ghanaian products elsewhere in Africa. And then Akosa Hosby Simon says T. And then we have Vincent Jerry Adjei says nice one. OG. Shout out man. Says nice one. So keep the comments coming. So we are still moving on. I'll still be bringing you the updates of the games, the Champions League games that are going on. So today, the games have come to an end. In Group A, Manchester City won by 4-1 against Club Brugge. Club Brugge. And then we have RB Leipzig played at home, and it was 2-2 against PSG. 2-2. PSG 2. RB Leipzig 2. PSG 2. So in that group, obviously Manchester City is leading the group. Manchester City is leading the table but with 9 points, followed by PSG with 8 points, followed by Club Brugge with 4 points, and then RB Leipzig carries the group with just 1 point. That's what happened over there. And then now we are going to Group B. AC Milan 1, FC Porto 1, Liverpool 2, Atletico Madrid 0. And also in this group, obviously Liverpool leads the table, and Liverpool has qualified to the next stage of the competition with 12 points. They are unbeaten. And they have 100% record. They have won all 4 games so far. So they have 12 points, followed by FC Porto with 5 points. And we have Atletico Madrid third with 4 points. And then AC Milan, the second most successful team in this competition, carrying the whole group with just 1 point. And then we have Group C. Dortmund lost by 1-3 to Ajax Amsterdam. Mohamed Kudus's Ajax Amsterdam. The darling boy of Ghana football. Mohamed Kudus's Ajax Amsterdam beat Borussia Dortmund at their own backyard by 3-1. And then goals scored by Dusan Tadic, and then we have Sebastian Haller, Sebastian Haller. This guy came to Newcastle and he couldn't pull a string, but now he's doing wonders in Netherlands. So Ajax Amsterdam is doing the do. is doing the do. So now this is how the table looks. Obviously, Ajax Amsterdam have proceeded to the next stage of the competition with 12 points, and we have Borussia Dortmund second with 6 points minus 4 goals, and then Sporting CP with 6 points plus 2 goals. Borussia Dortmund is second because of the head-to-head scenario. So head-to-head, Borussia Dortmund is ahead of Sporting CP, and then Besiktas carries the group with no points. Now we go to Group D. Real Madrid beats Shakhtar Donetsk by 2-1 as Inter traveled to beat Sheriff by 3-1. Now Sheriff looked, at the point in time Sheriff was leading the table, but now it looks like they are gradually declining in that pecking order. The men are taking over the wheel from the boys. So this is how the table looks so far. You have Real Madrid with 9 points, Inter Milan second with 7 points, and then we have FC Sheriff with 6 points. So after that wonderful display and shocker against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, Sheriff has failed to win in their last 2 games. So they are now third on the table. They lost back-to-back to Inter Milan. They are now third on the table with just 6 points. And Real Madrid is leading the table with 9 points. Real Madrid is leading the table with 9 points. If you just join us, this is sports update on ADINKRA Multimedia with your man Nina Maxwell. You can call me NNM and I will say, yeah, that's my name. We are bringing you nothing but the best, nothing but the best, nothing but the best, nothing but the best, nothing but the best. So all too soon. This is what time will permit us today. Bringing you all from the world of sports. But before I sign out, like I always say, until humanity is touched, we can never be happy. Keep sharing. Keep liking us. Keep introducing this program to your friends. Like I always say, tell a friend to tell a friend, call a friend to call a friend, and make us your number one. A big shout out to OG, Speedy Recovery. A big shout out to DJ Jam. A big shout out to Fred the Serenity. A big shout out to K-Max Clothing, K-Max. A big shout out to Dos Pieces, and a big shout out to Adjei Shigege. A big shout out to all of you watching us. Those of you in Ghana, those of you in Kumasi, those of you in Ababu, a big shout out to all of you. Until then, see you next week. Goodbye.